Alright there, what you are about to see is a pretty quick proof of concept video that I'm doing. I have been working with Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's a fairly new game. It has kind of a Skyrim approach to things, and the mechanics of it are largely unimportant for this video. I probably should have used something a little less taxing on my system, but here we go. So two things are happening that you are seeing right now. The first is head tracking. Now I have access to a IR head tracker that puts a dot on my head and is a little bit more accurate in this. But what you are seeing here for looking around, as I look around the game world, is the use of a piece of free software called Enable Via Cam, which is just tracking my head using my webcam and no other piece of equipment. So it's free software. If you have a webcam, you can use it. It is not as accurate or as stable as a dedicated head tracker, but it is free, which is a price I really like for assistive technology. The second thing you are seeing is eye gaze. You see this little circle moving around? That is where I am looking, as opposed to where I'm moving my head. They are two separate inputs right now. So move my head, move my head. You can see I'm often looking in the middle of the screen. That's where most people actually look when they are playing a first-person game, is right where your cursor is. But I can look off to the side and turn my head the opposite direction. I can do these two things separately. So the little black circles you see around are from a program called Iris that works with an eye gaze system. The eye gaze system I'm using, by the way, is the Tobii 4C, which is a much cheaper version of medical grade eye gaze and is mainly designed to play games with. So the Iris has allowed me to put these black dots that you see located around the screen. I can make those invisible, but for the purposes of this video they are all very dark, and hopefully you can see them quite easily. So what we are going to do is just show you that I'm not touching anything. I have a mouse in front of me, I have a keyboard in front of me, I am not using them or touching them in any way, which could indicate the erratic nature of my movements. So these buttons that I'm looking at do key inputs. Now normally I could use eye gaze to look around or to do inputs, but doing both would be insane. It would just cause massive headaches and you wouldn't really be able to enjoy playing the game. What we're doing here is with the head tracking and the eye gaze at the same time. Head tracking is used as the mouse. I'm looking around, a little bit choppy. Again, I'm running probably too much on my system. So when I look at these buttons, which you can see with the gaze trace, it's doing the input. And I can still turn my head and move around. But that is, so that's the W key single press, which is a little bit difficult and annoying to use. So what I'm going to do is hit this one as a little toggle. I can turn my head, walk around the game world without focusing on one button all the time. But when I want to stop, stop. Now I'm looking back towards the way I came. I want to look to interact with the world. So there's the game's comical punch animation. Forward movement. Back G. Could happen to anyone. So here's our flower. We can punch it repeatedly, nothing happens. Oh wait, there. Gathering the flower. So that's me interacting with the game world.